What's good with y'all, man? So look, I just went outside, bruh. It's 1 degree. Now I don't know where y'all live, but I live in Detroit, and nigga, it's cold outside. So look, we gonna do something crazy. We gonna watch these Christmas horror. We gonna watch these Christmas scary stories, bruh. So look, go get some juice, go get some chucks, whatever. This is about to be a long video, man. I don't even know if it's about to be scary. Hopefully it is scary, man. But look, without further ado, let's get right. Huh? Huh? Hey, I told her, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, hey.
Meeting my ex-girlfriend's family during the holidays was the worst weekend of my life. They lived in a different state than my ex Kaylee and I. We were on Long Island in New York. They were all the way up in Vermont. Our relationship was still kind of new, but she seemed to think it was serious enough for her parents to invite the two of us up there for Christmas. Kaylee had a really small family, so apparently it would be just the two of us, her brother, and her parents. Pulling up to the house was a pleasant surprise. The house was beautiful, and it stood on a huge, well-kept property secluded from any other houses. As Kaylee and I got out of my truck, her parents came out to the porch to greet us. First impressions, they seemed friendly and weird. An unexplainable type of friendly.
Bro, this instrumental crazy.
The father didn't smile, but he shook my hand, patted me on the back, and said it was great to meet me. The mother hugged me, showing a lot.
Hold up, bro. Look, nigga, I know this is a scary story, and like I ain't gonna pause it no more. But like, girls' dads don't be happy to meet you. Like, I don't know what type of girls you be talking to, but like, I ain't never met no girl dad that's been happy to meet me. Like, they don't know you. Like, I don't know. The moms are always happy though. Like, them niggas be smiling or whatever. Like, nigga, I fuck with the moms, nigga. But like, the dads, bro, they be on some serious notes, bro. Like, you gotta actually talk to the dad for that nigga to like you. And like, my personality, like, I'm not like an unlikable person, I guess, cause like I be acting goofy, bro. Like, y'all already know. Like, everybody I done dated, both their parents like me cause of the way I act. So like,
showing a lot more emotion, but something about her face was a bit off-putting. She had a really wide smile that seemed a bit exaggerated. The house was as beautiful inside as it was outside. It had a wooden lodge type atmosphere to it. A little while later, I met Katie's brother Paul, who got home from work. He was a really socially awkward dude. He had a bowl cut and had a whole tattoo sleeve running up his arm. We had dinner, which was awkward at certain moments, but other than that, it was kind of normal. After dinner, we watched a Christmas movie in the living room. I tried not to make eye contact, but I could tell Paul kept looking at me for extended periods of time, on a few different occasions.
You good, Paul?
At one point, I finally looked back at him, and we locked eyes for like 3 seconds before he turned back to the TV. He was giving me the most judgmental stare I'd ever seen, and it made me only more uncomfortable.
This nigga Paul got a crush on you.
At the end of the night, Kaylee and I were in the guest room, which had an attached bathroom. Kaylee was in the bathroom. She left her phone on the nightstand. I saw she got a text from her mom, and for some reason, feeling a bit snoopy, I got up to read it. It was not at all what I was expecting, and it changed the whole night completely. Briefly on the screen, it said, "Text from mom. Do you think he suspects anything yet?" But the message quickly switched to new message, I'm guessing because she had iMessage notifications set to hide once the phone locks. I wanted to read what was said before that, but her phone had a password, unfortunately. I could actually feel my heart pumping now. Kaylee came back into the room. I kind of gave her the cold shoulder because my mind was racing. She seemed to notice. She was texting on her phone for a bit before turning out the lamp and going to sleep. I couldn't sleep though. I was rolling around for hours wondering what that text meant, and if it was about me. And what the hell was up with her brother? It was exactly 2 in the morning when I heard Kaylee get out of bed, but she was doing so very quietly. Normally I'd find this to be a kind gesture, but under the circumstances, I was finding this suspicious now. I didn't move. I pretended to still be asleep. I heard her come to my side of the bed and stand there for a few moments.
You gotta go!
Then leaving the room and walking downstairs. Then I heard someone else walking downstairs, and then another person. Something was going on. I went over to the top of the stairs to listen to what was going on downstairs. There was a bunch of talking, but in very low voices. I walked down a few stairs quietly. The talking was coming from the dining room by the stairs. It sounded like they were planning something. I heard Kaylee say something like, "When I go back up, you stand by the door." Then I heard her brother say something.
What?
But what was going on was really starting to hit me in the face, or at least what I think was going on. I went back to the room to grab my stuff and leave. As I was grabbing the keys, I noticed something in the corner of the room. I turned the lamp on, which exposed Kaylee's dad sitting in a chair in the corner of the room.
Hold up, nigga!
Expression on his face behind his glasses, staring at me. I screamed at least 4 times, "You're all crazy," as I ran to my car. I put the car in drive, practically before the car was even fully on, and floored it out of that long driveway back to the road. I didn't stop once except for gas. And at that gas stop I checked my phone and saw Kaylee texted me saying, "What the fuck happened?" I didn't respond. Not until later that night when I got home. I said, "I don't know what you and your sick family were planning on doing to me. I don't want to know. Don't ever contact me or come near me again, and I won't report this." I said this only because I knew there was no proof at all of what happened, or what might have been about to happen. She never replied.
My nigga, what if she was trying to make a trip to go to Chuck E. Cheese, bro? Like, yeah.
It was Christmas Eve night, 1 in the morning. I was in our den watching TV because I always like to stay up extra late on Christmas Eve. To make things more festive and cozy feeling, it was during a snowstorm. I left the window open and the backyard light on just so I could also have the view of the snow in the backyard. I was focused on the TV at the moment, but through my peripheral vision, I thought I could briefly see something in the backyard. I turned to the window, but besides the falling snow, there was nothing going on out there.
That nigga Santa was
Still,
outside.
I got up and went to the window just to be sure. Nothing. I sat back down on the couch, but now I was constantly checking the window to see if anything was outside. About 10 minutes later, I calmed down and forgot about it and reverted my full attention back to the movie. Then I heard, loud and clear, the backyard gate slam shut. Now I almost knew someone was back there. I slipped on my shoes and a jacket and went out to the backyard to check it out. There were boot marks in the snow, leading from one gate across the yard to the other gate. I was not feeling brave enough to follow them, so I went back inside. As I was taking off my boots and jacket, I saw a track of wet, muddy snow on the den carpet, leading from the office to the hallway that led to the living room. That was also the way to my parents' room. First, I had to go to the office to see how they broke in, so I followed the boot marks to the office without turning on any lights to make my presence known. I was expecting to see one of the windows busted open, but everything was intact. Then I realized the boot marks didn't start in this room. They ended in this room.
Oh, nigga, you gotta go! Yeah,
I slowly lifted my head up to the garage door in the corner of the room. It was open, and right under the doorway, there was someone in a winter
That's a heartbeat!
jeans and boots, squatting down as if trying to hide, back facing me, but his head turned to look at me. I stood there with my mouth open in horror for a few seconds before I ran for it to my parents' room, screaming the whole way there. I got my dad to come out as quickly as possible, and on our way to the garage together, we heard the actual garage door opening. By the time we got there, the intruder was gone. Realistically, we could have followed his boot marks, but who knows how far he'd gotten by that point.
That nigga was sitting like this right here.
An unlocked living room window. Just goes to show if somebody has intentions of breaking into your house, they'll find a way, which is why you should always lock all your doors and windows.
You right, nigga, I'm black. Of course I'm locking my shit, bro. Yo, man. This gonna be too long. Like, I'm gonna stop it right here, but like, it's one more story. But like, nigga, I already know to keep my doors locked. Like, I live in Detroit. You crazy. I don't care if I move to the suburbs. I am not leaving my door unlocked, bro. But, yo, how y'all feeling about them stories, though? Like, real time, it wasn't even scary, but I just like hearing the stories, because, like, it was kind of cool to, like, listen to it, if you see what I'm saying, bro. But, comment down below. How y'all feel about this story time? Like, do y'all want me to do this again, bro? Because, that channel, I forgot the name of the channel I got this off of, but the link will be in the description, you already know. But, they got a whole bunch of scary stories up there. Like, real talk, we could watch a scary story. Like, for example, like, we can watch one at night on Friday, bro. Like, that'd be lit, man. But, comment down below if y'all want to do stories again, man. And make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, and I'm out.
Hey, hey, hey. Nowadays I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays I don't know when the world spins. Live your life like we die when the world ends. It's alright.